New York City, 2024. Amidst the hustle and bustle of one of the most luxurious shopping malls in the heart of Manhattan, an unexpected incident was about to unfold. The air was thick with excitement as shoppers roamed the high-end boutiques, their faces reflecting the newest trends and designer labels. But then, it happened. The doors of the Grand Mall slid open with a soft swoosh, and a man entered, his presence immediately striking. A figure dressed in a sharp suit, with his trademark "Make America Great Again" hat sitting proudly on his head. The man's name? Elon. No, not Musk, but a businessman whose wealth and influence had been growing ever since he made a name for himself in tech and finance. His mere appearance, however, set the stage for a shocking series of events that no one could have predicted. As he walked past the gleaming storefronts and flashing lights, a chill began to settle in the air. Staff members exchanged uncomfortable glances. Something was off. Within minutes, a mall manager, in his crisp black uniform, approached Elon with a stern look. "I'm going to have to ask you to leave," the manager said, his voice low, but filled with authority. Elon's brow furrowed. "Excuse me?" The manager gestured towards Elon's hat. "We have a policy against political apparel. You'll have to take it off or leave the premises." The tension between the two was palpable. Shoppers nearby stopped what they were doing, curious about the confrontation unfolding before them. Elon, however, wasn't one to back down easily. He didn't remove the hat. Instead, he turned to the manager and said coldly, "You'll regret this decision." With that, he walked toward the exit, his departure creating a buzz in the mall. His face, usually calm and controlled, now seemed fired up with a sense of defiance. As he made his way out, the manager stood still, seemingly unfazed. But in the air, there was something strange, a sense that this was just the beginning. Only 7 minutes later, an announcement echoed through the mall. The speakers crackled to life, and an unfamiliar voice filled the room. "Ladies and gentlemen, please listen carefully. We have an important announcement. As of today, the new owner of this mall is none other than..." Elon Musk, shocked. Gasps filled the air. The once vibrant energy of the mall seemed to freeze. Shoppers turned to each other, trying to make sense of what they had just heard. How could this be? The same man they had just seen kicked out was now the new owner? But what made this even stranger was Elon's next move. He didn't just walk back in casually. No. He entered wearing something unexpected. An old, worn-out mask. A mask that made him look like a different person entirely. Something was not adding up, and the crowd inside the mall couldn't shake the feeling that they were about to witness a series of events that would shake New York City to its core. The stage was set, and what followed would be anything but ordinary. As Elon Musk strolled back into the mall, his worn-out mask created an air of mystery around him. He had entered before as a businessman, but now, with the mask on, he looked like an entirely different person. It wasn't just any mask. This was an old, vintage mask, its edges frayed, almost as though it had been from another time. The once famous CEO had changed, his usual appearance hidden behind this peculiar disguise. The announcement that had just been made echoed through the corridors of the mall. Elon Musk, the billionaire tech mogul, now owned the very place where he had just been thrown out. Was this a power play? A stunt? Or was there something deeper at work? Elon didn't seem fazed by the questions his strange appearance was raising. He walked with purpose, as if he had known all along that this would happen. His entry caused more of a stir than his exit, with people whispering and pointing at the man behind the mask. As he walked past the same shops he had just been kicked out of, employees stared at him with wide eyes. They had witnessed the confrontation only moments before, and now they couldn't understand what was going on. How had he gone from being thrown out to the new owner in such a short time? What had changed? The atmosphere in the mall was charged with confusion and curiosity. No one knew what to expect next. Shoppers, once engrossed in their retail therapy, found themselves distracted, watching the masked figure who had now become the focal point of their attention. Meanwhile, the manager who had kicked Elon out earlier stood frozen in the middle of the corridor, unable to comprehend the turn of events. He had been so sure of his decision, yet now his worst nightmare was unfolding right in front of him. It didn't take long for the news of Elon Musk's sudden acquisition of the mall to spread like wildfire. Within moments, social media was flooded with photos and videos of the masked man entering the mall. The initial confusion over his identity began to fade as people started to realize who he was. The billionaire tech mogul, the man behind SpaceX, Tesla, and so many other ventures, had just become the new owner of a high-end shopping mall in the heart of New York City. The reaction was mixed. Some were in awe, wondering what Musk's intentions were for this new acquisition. Others were more skeptical, questioning whether the eccentric billionaire was planning something controversial, as he often did. Could this be another one of his wild schemes? Was he really going to run a mall now, or was this just another way for him to grab attention? But as the day unfolded, it became clear that Elon Musk was not just making headlines for the sake of it. He was here to shake things up. Within hours, rumors began to circulate that major changes were coming to the mall. Some employees whispered about possible renovations, while others speculated that Musk might completely rebrand the place. Whatever the future held, one thing was certain: the mall would never be the same again. For the staff who had once worked under the old management, the news was a jarring shift. They had worked with the previous owners for years, following the same protocols and practices. Now, they were left wondering what their new boss had in store for them. As the hours passed, one thing was clear. The mall was now under Musk's control, and with that control came a power dynamic that none of them had anticipated. The next day, the staff gathered for an impromptu meeting. Rumors had been swirling all night, and everyone was eager to know what Elon Musk had planned. The masked man had arrived early in the morning, and his presence alone had already begun to stir the air with anticipation. At precisely 9 a.m., Elon Musk appeared in the conference room, his mask still on, his posture firm. The staff stood at attention as he walked in, his gaze sweeping across the room. There was a sense of power in the way he moved, the way he commanded attention without saying a word. "Good morning," Musk said, his voice calm but with an edge of authority. "I know you're all curious about what comes next. Let me make it clear. I am here to change the game." He paused for a moment, letting his words sink in. The staff exchanged uneasy glances, unsure of what he meant by that. "Changes are coming," Musk continued. "I don't believe in doing things the old way. This mall is going to be a place of innovation, a place where technology and retail collide in ways you've never seen before. We'll be using the latest in AI, augmented reality, and, yes, even robotics to change the shopping experience." The room was silent, everyone processing the enormity of what Musk was saying. "I'll also be making decisions that might not be popular, but I promise you they'll be worth it. This mall will be a blueprint for the future." The meeting ended shortly after, but the tension lingered. The staff was left wondering, what exactly had they signed up for under Elon Musk's ownership? It didn't take long for the first changes to begin. Within a few days of Musk's takeover, the mall's security protocols were revamped. Facial recognition technology was implemented at every entrance, and AI-driven kiosks were set up to assist shoppers with personalized recommendations. It was clear that Musk wasn't just here to manage the mall. He was looking to revolutionize the entire shopping experience. His focus was on efficiency, convenience, and technological integration. The once luxurious mall was now becoming a test ground for some of the most cutting-edge tech in the world. Shoppers, at first reluctant to embrace the changes, were soon wowed by the futuristic experience. The mall's interior was redesigned with sleek modern aesthetics, and interactive displays became the norm. However, some longtime employees found the shift challenging. Many had worked at the mall for years, and they weren't sure how to interact with the new AI systems or even how to manage the high-tech security measures Musk had put in place. Despite the resistance, the change was unstoppable. Musk had made it clear that there would be no turning back. The mall was now a symbol of the future, and it had Elon Musk's stamp of approval all over it. The transformation of the mall was not only felt by its employees, but also by the public. News outlets quickly picked up on the radical changes that Musk was making to the shopping center, and the mall became a hot topic in the media. Some praised Musk for his innovative approach, while others criticized him for turning a classic New York shopping experience into a high-tech spectacle. As the days passed, the mall's reputation grew. It became a destination for tech enthusiasts and curious shoppers alike. People from all over the city flocked to see the changes for themselves, eager to witness the future of retail firsthand. While the changes were apparent to everyone in the mall, there was still one mystery that no one could solve. Why had Elon Musk chosen to wear a mask during his initial visit? Some speculated that it was part of his dramatic persona, while others believed there was a deeper reason behind the disguise. Rumors began to spread that the mask was not just for show, it was a symbol of something larger. Was Musk trying to hide his true identity, or was he signaling a new phase in his life, one that involved distancing himself from his past? As the mystery of the mask lingered, the intrigue surrounding Musk's ownership of the mall continued to grow. People wanted to know, what was the billionaire really up to? Over the weeks that followed, Elon Musk's mask became more than just an accessory. It symbolized his desire to reinvent himself, to be seen as something beyond the tech mogul people had come to know. When he finally revealed his face to the public, it was clear that this wasn't just about the mall. Musk was starting a new chapter in his life. The mask had been his way of distancing himself from the past and embracing a new role, one where he would reshape the way the world viewed business, technology, and even fashion. As the mall continued to evolve under Musk's leadership, so did the world around it. The influence of technology on everyday life was growing stronger, and the mall was at the forefront of this shift. With every new development, Musk was proving that he was a man who could reshape industries, and perhaps even the world itself. It wasn't just a mall anymore. It was a statement. A place where the future of shopping, technology, and society collided. The mystery of Elon Musk's takeover and the mask remained a defining moment in New York City's history, one that would be talked about for years to come.